This is an overview of interior and exterior architectural films, which are multi-layered and can vary in thickness from 5 to 12 millimeters. They often have a pattern or texture and can be metallicized. The finishes of architectural films, in most cases, are very robust, so using a medium to hard squeegee is best in order to place firm pressure on the film. Using a standard dry buffer with thin to medium thickness is best. Whether the type of architectural film is directional will depend on the pattern or if it's metallicized. If it is directional, the pattern can be matched up. But keep in mind that if it's metallicized, using the logo on the liner is critical because if the panels are reversed, the hue may be different even if the pattern lines up. The adhesive of architectural films is often permanent, which means they have a high initial tack. This means that releasing the entire liner or going cowboy is often not an option. In some cases, making technical cutouts with a backing paper cutter should be used. So, learning how to make these is critical to achieve professional results without having expensive redos. Unlike most other wrap films, no overlaps or overlay panels should be made. This is primarily due to surface energy and thickness. This means the panels should be butt jointed. This can be done by matching up pre-cut panels during the install or by overlapping the panels and making a peak blade cutout. Then, after the cutout, the bottom layer will be removed and then the top layer butt jointed to the base layer. In most cases, architectural films will not be heated, but in case they need to be, using propane torches or heat guns are sufficient. When heating architectural wrap film, it will take longer than normal. This is due to the thickness and the need to make sure that all the layers of the wrap film are uniformly softened. Once the wrap film is ready to stretch, be sure to pull evenly. This is due to maintain the pattern or color as well as to keep the layers from separating. If architectural wrap film does get overstretched, the panel can be picked up and heat applied. This will trigger the memory effect. In most cases, architectural wrap film will self-heal 100%. This is the same story for wrinkles that can often happen during install. When squeegeeing, be sure to press harder than normal since the surfaces that architectural wrap films will be applied to have a low surface energy, like wood and plaster. When using cutting tape, standard or thin types like finish or design line from 3M knifeless tape can be used. Choosing which one will depend on the texture and thickness. Because of the multi-layered aspect of architectural wrap films, standard relief cuts have a tendency to tear and run into the live wrap area. So, be sure to make enclosed relief cuts like J-shapes, or punching a hole with a thick air release tool. Then, cut on the opposite side. Very few times will architectural wrap films have to be post-heated. If it does, temperatures will be higher than standard wrap films, so be sure to check the product bulletins. No ceramic coatings are needed for these type of films, so using standard aftercare cleaners is acceptable. And now for the wrap-up. Architectural wrap films will vary in terms of direction. Medium to hard squeegee should be used. The buffer should be dry and thin. A heat gun or propane torch can be used. The surface energy will vary, depends on the finish. Architectural wrap films will generally gloss or distort when overstretched. The self-healing property will vary depending on the finish. Also, relief cuts should be enclosed and the maintenance standard. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Pate.